Module Overview. Legal compliance, workplace safety, and ethics are critical pillars of modern human resource management (HRM). Organizations operate within a complex framework of laws, regulations, and ethical expectations, which guide employment practices, safeguard employees, and ensure corporate responsibility. This module provides an exhaustive exploration of labor laws, occupational health and safety standards, and ethical principles in HRM. Understanding and applying these principles not only protects organizations from legal risks but also fosters a culture of fairness, accountability, and trust. Legal compliance in HRM. Definition of legal compliance. Legal compliance in HRM refers to the adherence of an organization's human resource policies, practices, and procedures to the applicable labor laws, employment regulations, and statutory requirements at local, national, and international levels. Objectives of legal compliance. Protect the organization from legal disputes and financial penalties. Ensure fair treatment of employees in all her practices. Promote equality, non-discrimination, and diversity in the workplace. Establish accountability and transparency in employment practices. Maintain organizational credibility and ethical standards. Key areas of her legal compliance. Employment laws. Hiring contracts, probation periods, termination procedures. Examples: employment contracts, minimum wage laws, notice periods. Anti-discrimination and equal opportunity laws. Ensures fairness regardless of gender, age, race, religion, disability, or other protected characteristics. Examples: Equal Pay Acts, affirmative action policies. Labor relations and union regulations. Governs collective bargaining, employee representation, and union rights. Benefits and compensation regulations. Compliance with statutory benefits, overtime pay, leave entitlements, and retirement plans. Data protection and privacy laws. Safeguarding employee personal data and sensitive information. International labor standards. For multinational organizations, compliance with global labor conventions and standards. Workplace safety and health. Definition of workplace safety. Workplace safety refers to policies, procedures, and practices designed to protect employees from occupational hazards, accidents, injuries, and illnesses while performing their job duties. Objectives of workplace safety. Protect employees from hazards and prevent accidents. Comply with occupational health and safety laws. Reduce workplace injuries, absenteeism, and associated costs. Promote a safe and productive work environment. Foster a culture of safety consciousness and responsibility. Components of workplace safety. Occupational health programs. Health screenings, wellness initiatives, ergonomic assessments. Safety policies and procedures. Emergency response plans, hazard identification, safety drills. Training and awareness. Educating employees on safety protocols, proper equipment use, and risk mitigation. Monitoring and reporting. Recording incidents, conducting audits, and implementing corrective measures. Regulatory compliance. Adhering to OSHA standards, fire safety regulations, and industry-specific safety laws. 4 common workplace hazards. Physical hazards, machinery slips, falls, noise, and vibration. Chemical hazards, exposure to toxic substances, solvents, or fumes. Biological hazards, viruses, bacteria, or infectious diseases. Ergonomic hazards, repetitive motions, poor posture, manual handling. Psychosocial hazards, workplace stress, harassment, or bullying. Ethics in HRM. Definition of ethics. Her ethics involves the principles, standards, and values guiding human resource decisions, ensuring fairness, integrity, and respect for employees and stakeholders. Importance of ethics in HRM. Builds organizational trust and reputation. Ensures compliance with laws while upholding moral responsibility. Encourages transparency, honesty, and accountability. Fosters equitable treatment, respect, and inclusion. Reduces workplace conflicts and ethical violations. Ethical principles in HRM. Fairness, treat all employees equally and without bias. Integrity, ensure honesty in her decisions, communication, and practices. Confidentiality, product-sensitive employee information. Accountability, take responsibility for her decisions and actions. Respect for rights, uphold employees' legal and human rights. Corporate social responsibility, align her practices with societal and environmental responsibility. Strategic link between compliance, safety, and ethics. Risk mitigation, legal compliance reduces litigation and financial penalties. Employee well-being, safety programs enhance morale, productivity, and retention. Trust and engagement, ethical practices foster a positive organizational culture. Sustainability, responsible her practices contribute to long-term organizational growth. Reputation management, organizations recognized for ethical, safe, and compliant her practices attract top talent and stakeholders. Challenges in legal compliance, safety, and ethics. Rapidly changing labor laws and regulations. Diverse legal requirements for multinational organizations. Employee non-compliance or resistance to safety protocols. Ethical dilemmas in hiring, promotion, or performance management. Limited resources for safety programs, audits, or compliance monitoring. Best practices. Stay updated with labor law changes and regulatory updates. Conduct regular safety audits and risk assessments. Develop clear codes of ethics, policies, and compliance manuals. Train employees and management on legal requirements, ethics, and safety procedures. Establish confidential reporting mechanisms for violations and grievances. Foster an organizational culture emphasizing ethical behavior, safety, and compliance. Conclusion. Module 2 emphasizes that legal compliance, workplace safety, and ethics are non-negotiable foundations of effective HRM. Organizations that prioritize these areas not only protect themselves from legal and financial risks but also cultivate a responsible, safe, and fair workplace. Mastery of this module equips you with the knowledge to implement her practices that are legally sound, ethically responsible, and aligned with organizational objectives. Understanding these principles is essential for building trust, fostering employee engagement, and achieving long-term organizational success.